Jupiter, the largest planet in our solar system, is a giant in many ways. It boasts a swirling atmosphere of colorful clouds, a powerful magnetic field, and a family of over 90 moons. In the vastness of space, discovering a new moon might seem like finding a needle in a cosmic haystack. Yet in 2018, astronomers announced the discovery of 12 new moons orbiting Jupiter, bringing the total count to a staggering 79 at the time. Among these newly found celestial objects was a tiny moon with a peculiar story to tell, Valetudo, Jupiter's oddball moon. Valetudo, officially designated as Jupiter Lung's Point, is a small irregular moon, barely a kilometer in diameter. Its small size makes it a challenge to observe even with powerful telescopes. However, what makes Valetudo truly stand out is not its size but its unique and somewhat risky orbit around Jupiter. This tiny moon dances to a different tune than its siblings, and its story is one of cosmic serendipity and potential celestial showdowns. The discovery of Valetudo was a case of serendipity, a happy accident that occurred during a search for a much more distant target. A team of astronomers, led by myself, Scott S. Shepard from the Carnegie Institution for Science, was on a mission to find evidence of a hypothetical planet beyond Pluto, often referred to as Planet 9 or Planet X. Our gaze was fixed on the distant reaches of our solar system, using powerful telescopes like the Magellan-Baade telescope at Las Campanas Observatory in Chile. As part of our search, we pointed our telescopes towards a region of the sky where Jupiter happened to be located. Our instruments, designed to detect faint objects in the distant solar system, picked up the faint signal of several previously unknown objects moving around Jupiter. These turned out to be new moons, including Valetudo. The initial sightings occurred in 2016, but it took almost a year of follow-up observations and meticulous calculations to confirm their existence and determine their orbits. Finally, in July 2018, we announced the discovery of these 12 new moons, adding to the ever-growing family of Jovian satellites. Valetudo's orbit around Jupiter is what makes it truly fascinating and sets it apart from most other Jovian moons. Unlike the majority of Jupiter's moons which orbit in a retrograde direction, opposite to Jupiter's rotation, Valetudo has a prograde orbit, meaning it travels around Jupiter in the same direction as the planet's spin. This, in itself, is not entirely unusual, as Jupiter has other prograde moons. However, Valetudo's orbit is also highly inclined and eccentric. Imagine a flat disk surrounding Jupiter, representing the plane of its equator. Most of Jupiter's moons orbit within or close to this plane. Valetudo, however, is tilted at a significant angle to this plane, about 34 degrees. Moreover, its orbit is not a perfect circle but rather an elongated ellipse, taking it much farther from Jupiter at its farthest point compared to its closest approach. This combination of a prograde, inclined, and eccentric orbit makes Valetudo's path a cosmic tightrope walk, as it weaves through a region populated by numerous retrograde moons. Section 4. Cosmic Billiards. A recipe for disaster? Valetudo's unique orbit is not just a celestial curiosity, it also sets the stage for potential cosmic collisions. As Valetudo travels along its inclined and eccentric path, it intersects the orbits of several retrograde moons. This means that there is a chance, albeit small, that Valetudo could collide with one of these retrograde moons in the future. Such a collision, even between these relatively small objects, would be a dramatic event in the Jovian system. The consequences of such a collision are difficult to predict with certainty. The impact could shatter both moons into a cloud of debris, potentially creating a new ring around Jupiter. Alternatively, the collision could result in the formation of a single, larger moon. The likelihood and timing of such a collision are difficult to determine, as it depends on various factors, including the precise orbits of the moons involved and the gravitational influence of Jupiter and other nearby objects. However, the possibility of a collision adds an element of excitement and uncertainty to Valetudo's story. Section 5. Valetudo, a name with history. The name Valetudo might seem like an unusual choice for a celestial object, but it carries a connection to both Roman mythology and the conventions of astronomical nomenclature. In Roman mythology, Valetudo was the goddess of health and hygiene. She was also the great-granddaughter of Jupiter, the Roman equivalent of the Greek god Zeus, after whom the planet Jupiter is named. The choice of Valetudo as the name for this moon follows the International Astronomical Union guidelines for naming newly discovered moons of Jupiter. According to these guidelines, moons of Jupiter with prograde orbits like Valetudo should be given names ending in O. The IAU officially approved the name Valetudo in October 2018, solidifying the connection between this small, intriguing moon and its mythological namesake. Valetudo's story is a reminder that even in the vastness of space, new discoveries await, each with its own unique tale to tell. As we continue to explore our cosmic neighborhood, we can be sure to find more celestial surprises, adding to the rich tapestry of our understanding of the universe.